Our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good morning. I forgot to put myself in the show today. Good morning. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, a show where I come in to enlighten other people's lives with the words of spirit, just to try to give you a little bit of positivity to start your work week. I feel like it's been doing it forever. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Lee. And anybody else that I don't see, I am sorry, but good morning to everybody. Guys, I'm tired today. I'm tired. So today we just had to do the ponytail and be done with it. Why? I have been in Chicago all weekend at Days of DeEtte. What an incredible experience. I'll tell you what. It's not a huge, oh my gosh, we're reading all weekend. It's a big like meet and greet, shaking hands, saying hi, taking pictures, networking, collaborating, doing some readings on top of it, doing some education, helping people out. And it's just 3 days of just packed full amazingness. And you would never think I would say that with the title of Days of DeEtte. But trust me, this organization has made just an incredible event for so many incredible people. And if anybody knows who Clive Barker is, it was his last time out and about. So very, very cool experience. Very cool experience. So just a little bit about the network. We all know this is the Edge Network that was created for this show because the Edge and Kelly Wagner and her husband, Stephen, are just amazing. As we know, my show lost its home. So they created a new home for it, and we're just going to build a new network. But it is coming from the Edge Magazine, guys. The Edge Magazine. Here we go. This is what it is from. And quite frankly, if you don't have your copy, run to your local drop spot, grab your copy, go grab it. You'll find me on this issue is on page 25, doing the reading with the 5-card stud. Oh my God, my hair's just everywhere. Oh, well, it is what it is today, right, guys? But doing it with the Edge Network. Anyway, I pick a deck that I like. It's just going to stick out whether I want to or not. Doing it with the Edge Network. Whatever deck of cards I like the most is the one that I pick. And this one was the Owl deck. So that was an incredible deck. And it looks like everybody else is tired and slow to come today, but that's okay. So today's deck is Oracle of the Birds by Jeanne Ruland. Jeanne Ruland. I can't talk. I can never talk, but there you go. Oracle of the Birds. This one did come to me open, but I haven't opened it myself. So it's so funny because the cover is straight there, but the back, that's how I got it. So we're going to just open it and kind of see what it's about. So there you go. But it did come to me open. So let's get into our book. Yes. I got a baby here today. And it's just me and him. We're having a party. We're having a party. Oh my God, my eyes are so bloodshot. But him, his sister, and his mommy and daddy went on a small vacation overnight. Don't tell them, but they went to the Dells. And me and him we're having our own slumber party. Great time. So we're just hanging out, doing our thing. So it's me and him. You're going to hear him scream Nani. You're going to see him probably show up. He's got a really dirty face this morning, but it's okay. Good morning, Elise. Good morning. And thank you to everybody that's on YouTube and Facebook and all the different forums. So it's awesome. So what was picked for today? It says highly evolved beings deny nothing. Look at the picture. I like that picture. Okay, now this week, guys, I got the right glasses to wear. Don't laugh at me. This is during my area, and I've been experimenting with glasses for a while. Since I have to wear them, I might as well have fun ones, right? And I'm supposed to have trifocals, but I can't even do bifocals. How can I do trifocals? So I have glasses for distance, glasses for my computer length, glasses for reading, and I get confused. But I've taken pictures of these, and people love them. They're whatever. I can't see the computer now with these on, but I can see my book. So let's do this. It says highly evolved beings deny nothing. The essential truth is highly evolved cultures, adults understand that children do what they see others do. The triangular code, awareness, honesty, responsibility, is not something which is pounded into the young head, but something which is acquired almost by osmosis through the behaviors modeled for the child by adults. Isn't that incredible? Huh? It would never occur to Hebs to place their offspring for many hours in front of a device that shows pictures of behaviors they'd like their offspring to avoid. Such a decision would be incomprehensible. Equally incomprehensible if a Heb did do this would be to deny that the pictures had anything to do with their offspring's sudden abhorrent behaviors. The difference between Heb society and human society breaks down to one really very simple element, which is we shall call truthful observations. The Heb societies beings actually acknowledge everything they see. In human societies, many deny what they see. They see television ruining their children and they ignore it. They see violence and losing see violence and losing used as entertainment and deny the contradiction. They observe that tobacco harms the body and pretend it does not. They see a father who is drunk and abusive and the whole family denies it. Let no one say a word about it. They observe that their religions have failed utterly to change mass behaviors and deny this. They see that their governments do more to oppress than to assist, and they ignore it. They see a healthcare system that's really a disease care system. They see that eating the flesh of animals that have been slaughtered after having been force-fed chemical-laden foods is not doing their health any good, yet they deny what they see. Highly evolved beings, which some of you are becoming, deny nothing. They observe what's so. They see clearly what works. Using these simple tools, life becomes simple and the process is honored. Now, I will tell you what, although that was a lot. I mean, oh my gosh, I wish the good, spirit would have picked something shorter for me this morning, but they didn't. So let's talk about it. Now, I think this is incredible because truthfully, it's not a lie, is it? But what really popped out to me was that the slaughtering the animal thing. Now, I don't think this means don't eat animals. I want to go there before I go anywhere else and kind of put in like a little blurb there. I don't believe they're saying that we're not to eat animals. I mean, is the body created to eat another animal? Probably not. Why? Because, plants really, we can get everything we need from plants all over. Good morning, Angela. I mean, guys, I even seen an episode of Naked and Afraid, and I rarely watch TV, but I seen this episode of Naked and Afraid, and they had this big burly guy come on with this itty bitty little girl, and the little girl was a strict vegetarian. She's vegan all the way. And he was like, oh my God, she's not going to survive. There's nothing left to her. And quite frankly, I believe he got pulled off the island because of starvation. And I think she gained weight, because she knew what she was eating and she knew what the body needed and she knew where to get it. Okay. And she didn't eat an animal or even an ant the whole time. So I'm not saying that everybody go be a vegetarian or a vegan, because trust me, I'm not. I had steak last night. But I think what it means is, it's that chemical-laden force-fed versus grass-fed, nature-fed, the deer that's running wild type thing, the boar that's running wild, kind of going back to basic roots, you know what I mean, and basic food chain. And I think that's what they're talking about. I just want to kind of put that little blurb in there. It's the pushing something into somebody else that really isn't good for them just for a gross profit, basically, is what they're talking about. So let's look at the rest of this, okay? And I don't even know I need to talk about this today. I think this should just be common sense at this point, shouldn't it? But I will tell you what, even in my household, we struggle sometimes. Sometimes we put, different things on, for maybe our own purposes of entertainment. We don't do a lot of watching TV in this household, but the kids still watch their tablets and their shows on their tablets. So quite frankly, what we do is we try to find shows that really kind of work with our thought processes. My granddaughter Addie, she was raised on, yes, raised on shows like, what was it? The first Sophia the First was the cartoon. We watched that cartoon for 2 years. 2 years. There wasn't enough cartoons to fill in 6 months, let alone 2 years. So we watched it a lot. I mean, we knew every episode by heart, but it really was just really good teaching manners and being polite and being nice to people. And just the fact that they were able to take a cartoon and make it so beautiful and with such amazing stuff in it. And that's what we had her watch. It's what she loved to watch too. So it kind of helped. Mickey Mouse was a good one. You know, other shows that we screened to say, is this appropriate? Is this not? How do we want her to act? How do we want her to grow up to be? And we went out and found shows that she wanted to watch that worked. So we used the idea of the TV because, gosh, we know it's this century and we're never going to get rid of the TV. And paired it with something that worked. It's very interesting. It's very interesting because as I'm watching this, and my son Dawson likes some other shows on, they talk about scary zombies and pond monsters and things like that. And to an adult, you can see it's very make-believe. It's very shoddy work when it comes. I mean, it's created to look shoddy. It's created to look not real. It's created for that. But the acting in it, what they're doing, even though it's shoddy acting, because come on, guys, it's YouTube. It's not MGM or something. For his little eyes, he believes it. For his little eyes, he's like, oh my God, it's scary. He went through like a month where terrified of the dark, scared and this wasn't him. He is a big boy that just is not scared of anything. And he became very fearful because of these shows. Good morning, Gordon. And we had to stop and go, wait a second, where's this coming from? Bingo. This is where it's coming from. We have found that when we say stuff, they repeat it. Now, Adeline's a lot better. She's going to be 7. We can look at her and say, don't do that. And we shouldn't even have to go to that point of saying, don't do that, because we should be doing it. But Dawson, on the other hand, if I swear, that word's coming out of his mouth. And even in the context that I use it, which I will tell you what, a lot of times when we swear, it's not always in the most positive content, is it? I mean, sometimes it is, but not usually. Usually if you're swearing, at least out my mouth, I mean, come on, guys, we all know my mouth. But I found when I swear, he swears. And that's not something that I really want to present to him. So that's why, guys, if you've been watching me, try to really clean up my mouth. I suck at that. Why? Because it is 53 years. I'm cussing like a sailor. But I do know I can keep trying. And that is what we're talking about with this week. We always want to say that, it was really kind of incredible because last night I was watching this thing and I don't know if it was TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or where it was coming from. I really don't know where it was coming from. It was something I should say I wasn't watching. I was listening because I was driving home and I just needed some alone time because to kind of decompress. And this lady comes on and she's literally, oh my gosh, the thought just boop out of my head. But she was talking about things of this nature. She was talking about, she was taking it back to the Bible. And I know I bring up the Bible a lot, but I was really kind of incredibly blown away by this because I thought, oh, another one of them. It's my thought process. But she got my interest to stay and listen for a little bit. And she said that, this is what she said, that in the Bible, God gave us dominion over the planet because he gave us choice. And I thought, well, that's not really correct. Why? Because everything has free choice. Everything does. I mean, you try to go tell a big old mountain lion that it's got to go left or right or just be nice. And I'll tell you what, it's going to make its decision to do whatever the heck it wants to do, right? So yeah, everything has a choice. And I thought, well, she's got that wrong, but that's okay. Let her keep going. And I thought, oh, and at this point, I'm going to listen just so I can get some frustration in me. And that's kind of what I was doing, I think, because I went, she upset my greater thought process. And then she went on to say, he gave us dominion. He did not give us dominance. And I went, oh, isn't what I think it's going to be. And she went on to say that dominance means that we can force things, that we can abuse things, that we can do with it what our will is. And that's not what we were given. We were given dominion, which is to govern. And I went, wow. And I will tell you what, that's where I stopped listening. I thought that was enough for me to take in and just process. Wow. Dominion. And isn't that what we're talking about today? Dominion over something, guiding something, helping something, uplifting something, taking care of something. That's what that word means, dominion. I didn't even, and you know what? I could be wrong because I never went to the Bible or into the Bible. I never went to the dictionary and said, what's the word dominion mean by the Webster Dictionary? But it really hit home with me when she said it. And that's what hit my brain was, yeah, that's what we are. And that's what we need to strive to be. A highly evolved being, a highly evolved being. So often, because we're human, we become arrogant. We become very arrogant because we know how to make $1, because we know how to raise to the top, because we know how to get flashy clothes or whatever it is. And we find that we think, and I will say we as a very blank general statement here, guys, we think that because we have that ability to do that, that creates dominance over other people. And it truly doesn't. It truly doesn't. That means you're an idiot, if you really want to know. I'm not going to say the rich are idiot because there's a lot of them out there that are highly amazing. I just watched another thing the other day, which, guys, remember I told you I picked this up Monday? Like, boom, what am I supposed to talk about? Put a marker in and walk away. And this is the stuff that comes to me all week. So literally, I was listening to something the other day about a guy that literally has this company that's really just to help smaller businesses, mom and pop shops. And he has these employees. Okay. He gets a $1.1 million a year paycheck. And his employees, he found, because he didn't know this until literally he found out one of his employees had 2 jobs. And he looked at her and he said, why do you have 2 jobs? And she goes, because I can't make ends meet on this one. But I like this one, so I don't want to leave it. And I really like you as a boss. But since I don't want to leave this, I just went and got a second job to make ends meet. And he goes, you know what? I want you to think about how much money you need a year to quit that other job and to be able to comfortably take care of you and your family. And he said, think about it and then come back to me. So she took a few days and she thought about it. And she gave him what she thought was an unrealistic number. And he never disclosed what that number was. And he looked at her and said, let me think about that. And he came back a little while later and he went, you know what? I'm going to give you a minimum wage of $70,000 a year. Minimum wage of $70,000 a year. And he said, I'm going to do it for every single employee I have. A minimum wage of $70,000 a year. That's a starting wage for his company. Out the door. In the front door. Never did this before. Just basic learning, $70,000. He also cut his own personal yearly pay down to $70,000 so that he is making the same as his employees. And that's where he was able to find that extra money to give to his employees. Now, if that's not incredible enough, because I'm telling you, that's huge. That is a man that's highly evolved. That is a man that went, wait a second. My employees that are working amazingly hard for me are starving because I don't give them enough. So he changed that. And then within doing that, you would think that, oh my gosh, he's probably losing his pants. It's not what happened. His company is not only surviving, but it's grown 70% larger than it was the day he made that decision. They have hired 70 more employees that get the same minimum wage to start with. Employees that were already doing their best are more productive than they were before. Good morning, Larry. Tell your class hi for me. They're more productive than they were before. So much so that the company has expanded and doing so much more for smaller businesses. And that's where you see, wait a second, he made a decision to go, wait, I'm not a good role model for my employees. I'm not working as hard as they are. And I'm taking a bigger paycheck. And he went, wait, maybe if I work as hard as my employees, because he was, he was to get the company off going, working 12 to 16 hours a day. So it's not like he's some loaf running around. I mean, he works hard, but he wanted to show his employees that he was there with them. And when he did, he gave them a role model. He gave every one of his employees a role model to look up to. I want you to work as hard as I do. I want you to get paid what I get paid. I want to share in this with you. And I want to help grow this with you. And there's still opportunities for growth. So again, the $70,000 is a minimum wage. It's not an end wage. It's what they start at. As they get promoted, they get higher pays. As they work longer, they get higher pays. And I think that's incredible because he is showing what really a highly evolved being is. It's somebody that helps to uplift other people. And honestly, if you're doing that, if you doubt for a moment, if you're a highly evolved being, if you get off this show with me, or you listen to this later and you go, well, what am I? I want you to stop and think, what do you do with people around you? Are you uplifting them? Or are you putting them down? Or are you not doing anything with them? I know for myself, I always try to uplift. I do. I really do. Whether it be, and it's so funny because I spent the weekend with somebody that was a student. She's no longer a student. She's finished all of her classes with me. Oh my God, she's amazing. She's just amazing. And I've watched her growth over the year plus that I've been working with her. And I will tell you what, she's incredible. I just watched how she went from a lady that was really in her shell to she's just out there talking with people and greeting people and uplifting children and making people smile. And I looked at her, I praised her. A fellow, collaborator with mine looked at her and said, oh my God, what the difference. Holy cow. Wanted to go up to her and say, wow, we see a difference. Holy, wow, just amazing. And that's when she came back to me. Good morning, Courtney. And she goes, DeEtte, it's because of you. And I went, whoa. I had nothing to do with this. And she said, it was your support. It was your support in me, of me. It was your belief in me. It was the tools you gave me. And the undying attention that I gave when it was needed. And I also knew what to slam her when she needed to be slammed. And what do I mean by that? It's not like I called her up and said, no, it's not that. It's looking at her going, you know what? Put your big girl pants on. Get your butt out there doing it. Gave you the tools. I can't do it for you. And she said, at every aspect that I needed something, you were there to lift me up. And she said, I'm a lot of friends with a lot of your students. She goes, and we all say the same thing, is you're always there to lift us up. You're always there to help us believe in us because you believe in us before we ever think about believing in ourselves. And at first, guys, I didn't want to accept that. I would, no, it's all you. And I had to walk away from that. And I thought, why did I reject that? To accept it doesn't mean you're gloating. To accept it isn't to say, oh my gosh, get yourself a big head. To accept it is to say, wait a second, thank you for seeing me for what I try to do, for seeing me and what I try to do for others. Now, I'm not a highly evolved being yet, but I'm trying. I get off the wrong path, just like everybody else does. I get ornery, angry, and I swear, and I throw baby temper tantrums, and I get all, if I don't get my way sometimes, and I have to sit back and take a breath and relax, come back at it. But that's the difference. is I come back at it. Good morning, Keith. I come back at it. And I always try to be a little bit better this time than I was the last time. You too, darling. And I do a lot when it comes to reading books. I still take classes. My classes are, it's like one of my classes I'm taking, as you guys, I've let everybody know, is to get my doctorate in metaphysical. And guys, I finished my bachelor's. I've sent in the paperwork, but I haven't sent in the rest of the paper to actually receive the bachelor's. I kind of thought about it. I thought I'm going to wait until I finish it all, and then I'll send in whatever I need to, as long as I know I got pass. And then when it comes time, I will do the rest. But I thought about the classes that I was taking. Am I getting a lot of knowledge on stuff? Oh my gosh, it's incredible. But the biggest thing I'm getting is thought processes, changing my thought processes. And as I change my thought processes, it changes who I am. It helps to change me. It helps to bring me to a different level. And I know it must be working, because people that I worked with back in November, they seen me in November and they went, oh my gosh, you were just, blah, 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 whatever. Very professional, very, very professional, very, having my A game on. And then I went through December and part of January, frustrated and aggravated, angry, as I was healing and going through a whole process of thought changes and way of looking at things, taking in some self-worth, growing, going into the conscious movement that I've been going into. And when I started to get some understanding, I worked through my own crap, I came back softer, different. And a lot of people are going, yeah, you're different. There's something about you that's just different. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I don't like it. I don't know where it is. I don't know how to take it because I'm different. And it's incredible, because the difference with myself yesterday at this event versus the difference of me in November, because it's the same event, same location, just 2 different time frames, is on that day, that event, everybody said, DeEtte, you're so professional. You're like a celebrity, the way you act and the way you engage with people. And I was very proud of that. But I think I was more proud this time because I had complete strangers. I was standing there handing out the magazine, one free magazine, one free magazine, one free magazine. I was giving out magazines, as many as I could. And people would stop, like walk by, go, no, thank you. And they'd walk and they'd stop and they'd turn around, they'd come back to me and go, I don't have time for a reading right now, but I just need to tell you, I love your energy. Your energy is incredible. I could just feel it all over me when it was coming to me, and I walked away and I could feel it on the back of me. I just had to come back and tell you that. And I went, oh, well, thank you. I did a reading. And after the reading, they go, oh, it's been amazing to sit with you because just your energy, I can feel it. You're giving me tingles all over. I just want to stay here in this energy because it's uplifting me and I love it. And I went, oh. And I will tell you, I loved that response so much more than the, hi, you look like a celebrity. People wanted to stop and take their picture with me. And I said, I'm not one of the celebrities. They're all down there. They went, yeah, but I want a picture with you because I like your energy. And I went, whoa, okay. And it was incredible to feel that. And it was incredible to look over my friends and smile and go, wow, look at how amazing they're doing. I'm not doing a reading. I'm not selling anything. I'm like the poor man in the totem pole right now because I'm handing out magazines versus sitting down and reading. But I was so proud of them and so happy for them. And I think part of that was just eluding from me because it was so amazing how everything was. And it was me being able to give to other people, and me, honestly, just trying to uplift people as they walked by. Because they needed it. Because they deserved it. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of energy, a little bit of raise in yours, to smile, to say hi. That's enough. And me being who I was trying to show other people how to be. Other people. Engage with people. Be a role model for people. Because if we all got up and did that, I will tell you what, it's huge. Excuse me. And I'll tell you what, I wasn't the only one doing this. I was really, it was incredible because I was there, sponsored by Tribe 3 Productions. As you guys know, I collaborate with them. And Tribe 3 Productions came and brought in Shadow Hunters, which I'm a member of Shadow Hunters. And Nick Sarlo is the owner and the leader of this group, that lead investigator and owner of it. And I'm part of the experience. My readings are part of the Shadow Hunters experience, the medium and whatnot, which is cool. But in that, they graced me with allowing me to have, the Medium's Lounge, DeEtte's Medium Lounge, under the Shadow Hunters experience, which I'm so blessed to have that. And here Nick is out meeting and greeting people. I mean, he's wearing a mask, guys. He's wearing a mask because, he wants to make sure he doesn't take anything back to his family. And usually when somebody has a mask on these days, what happens? People go, oh, not go near that person. They're being one of them. And you know what? Nobody noticed he had a mask on. Nobody cared. They were coming up and shaking hands, and he was talking and uplifting and just being that person, engaging. It was awesome because I was blown away because other people having a mask. Everybody's like, ugh, and nobody even noticed because why? He was up and he was engaging, and it was amazing. Good morning, Becky. Now on the other side of me is Tony, who owns Scary Perry. Tony and his wife, and they have a whole crew selling T-shirts and Jason masks and sweatshirts and all this stuff they created. Everything they screen, the screen print. I don't know what'd you say it, but they weren't just selling shirts. They were engaging with people. They were talking with people. They're like, pick it up, look at it. Oh my God, see if it fits. Try it on. If you don't like it, we'll get another one. Hey, I'll climb up. I can't tell you how many times I climbed up to the very top, got like up on these tables to reach as hard as they could, get the top one for somebody. Bring it down to have them try it on, just have them look at it. Oh, you don't want it? They climb their happy bats up and put it back up. And never once did they complain. They were happy and engaging, like, oh my God, they live for this. And people were there all over it. Why? Because not just because of the products, but because of the people and the engagement. And then Tony went, this is an experience. I'm going to one up it because Scary Perry's is, quite frankly, Halloween stuff. So he hires people to come in, and they're in costumes. And I will tell you what, these are some realistic costumes. And he goes, go have fun, go scare, go engage with people. And it doesn't say Scary Perry's on there. It's not like he's advertising himself or his booth, because he's not. On their costumes, not one place did I see Scary Perry's, nor were they running around saying we're from Scary Perry's. Nobody knew where these people came from. He just does it to have the crowd have more fun. It's his added thing to the crowd to say, hey, I'm going to bring some guys in to put a costumes on. Because it's Days of the Dead is a horror fest. I mean, Hellraiser, the whole cast, the original Hellraiser was there. You know what I mean? Clive Barker was there. He's like the king of horror, obviously next to Stephen King. But all these incredible celebrities were there. And Tony's just going, go work the crowd. Go lift them. That's an example of a highly evolved being. Those are examples, guys. You don't have to be Mother Teresa or the Pope to be highly evolved. It's just uplifting people. Be an example, the best that you can be today. Because tomorrow you'll be a little bit better. Why? because you were better today, because you gave today as an example for what tomorrow's going to be. And you're going to notice as you do this, society is going to change because your kids are going to change. Your loved ones around you are going to change. Your kids are going to go to school different, and their friends are going to change. It's pretty incredible what happens. Because when you do this, you just make good people. And you put good people around you. And you have to uplift everybody else around you too. And that's really what the nature of society should be. That's what we should be. What? When I'm done. I don't know if he said he wanted bananas or if he was bananas. Or go climb up and get one, you little monkeys. But don't fall. So be a highly evolved being, guys. It just means uplift people. It means be good. It means don't buy the cow that got force-fed a bunch of crap. Look at other ways of taking care of yourself. And see if you just feel better when you're done. And if you do, you're going to know that you're doing better. You're going to know that you're better for the rest of the people around us. And it'll be amazing if we do this. If we brought up this subject in a year to look back and say, wow, I've noticed things in my life changing. And it's incredible. So that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. And when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud. I do hope you've enjoyed the topic today. I think I have. This has been DeEtte here on the School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. I'll see you in a few minutes after a couple of commercials.
Attention, curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net.
Is your space aligned with your dreams? Do you feel inspired when you walk in the door? Carol Hyder can help you create a space that you love, where you thrive, and where you always want to be. Using her 29 years of experience as a feng shui consultant, teacher, author, and trainer, she can help you bring forth the inspired essence of your home or office, making a place where you feel whole and safe. Learn the specific feng shui adjustments that Carol has seen as the most important, such as determining which room in your home should be your favorite, why your stove may be affecting your health, and why your office may be holding you back. Contact Carol at 612-823-5093 or carolhyder.com to discuss the specifics with a personal appointment. By elevating the energy of your space, it becomes sacred and you will be forever changed. Contact Carol at Carol Hyder, that's CarolEhyder.com.
Hello, guys. We're back. We're back. I just got a message from somebody. Just came through. I'm so excited because I get to do a 10-person gallery coming up at a show. I'm super excited. That's not big, 10 people, but we'll take 10 people. We'll take 10 people and say, woot toot. Because it's just being able to give it more to the rest of the world, which I love. I went and got him a banana. That's why the commercials weren't simultaneously happening, because I had to go get the boy a banana. Okay, so what's our 5-card stud today? The Oracle of the Birds. It's a 46-card deck and guidebook. Jeanne Ruland, illustrated by Petra Cooney. Petra Cooney. Hi, Sarah. The back of the deck says potent allies, power, and I didn't put my glasses on. I'm telling you, I'm going to learn. You guys are going to learn to love my glasses. And if you love these, then I'll start looking for more. 10 people, no, 20 people each. It's the event's not big enough for 20 in the room that we have. So apparently 10 is what we got. And I'll be happy with that because at least we get to do 10. So that means 10 more people get a message, which is awesome. Potent allies, power animals, and spirit guides. Birds connect the physical realm with the one of spirit, leading us into the world of the immortal soul. Quick in their movements, with their ability to take flight instantly, they carry the spiritual quality of freedom. Gliding on the wings of a bird will literally take on a superior view, gaining a wider perspective on our life. Illuminating their spiritual meanings and powers, these 46 beautifully illustrated cards each share the medicine of a winged friend and a brief message about the significance of its presence. The guidebook details the deeper meaning of each bird and its magical feathers, along with an affirmation focused on its unique gifts and talents. Whether eagle, swan, or phoenix, your feathered guides help you find healing, growth, and insight on the spiritual path. I love it.
Why are there small glasses?
What are you doing? Get your butt out of you naked. Everybody can see your naked butt. What are you doing?
Stand on my knees.
Sitting on your knees. Probably a good thing. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize you could see his little tush. Okay, do you want to go out there until I'm done? I'm almost done.
I can.
You can. Don't stand up then. Crawl out if you have to. Okay, I love my glasses, I'm telling you. So we're going to do our 5-card stud, if I can get the thing open. He made it out safely, guys. He made it out safely. You were looking for that tush word, Sarah. Anyway, so I like these. Let me see the book. It's a nice size handheld book. I like this. Why? It's got big words for these old eyes. Hummingbirds, goose, feathers. So it looks like it is in alphabetical order, which we all know I love it when they do that. Why? Either alphabetical or numeric, whichever one they do, which I love. I do like that. It does have, if you don't know your alphabet, that's okay. It gives you a table of contents, which gives you the page of the bird, which I like because you know what? Just because somebody can't read or can't not read, just because some people are better with their alphabet, some people are better with page numbers, it doesn't really matter, does it? So I like that. It does have a little bit about the authors in the back, but I will tell you what, this literally takes it right to the back with the woodpecker. I love it. It does have a preference, a preface, an introduction, how to work with the cards, and then the cards, which is, I'm going to like that. And you guys all know I'm always about my ravens. I love my ravens. So you guys know I'm a bird thing. I hate to tell you, I got another secret bird I love. I love snow owls. Love snow owls. And yes, I know Harry Potter's Hedwig was a snow owl, but that's not the reason I love snow owls. With myself, every time I see a snow owl, now I'm in Wisconsin, and snow owls really probably shouldn't be anywhere near me. Even in upper Wisconsin, where it can get colder, it's gonna be hard pressed to find a snow owl. And in my lifetime, I've seen two flying at me. And I'm telling you, wings spread out, were wider than my car, coming right at my car down a forest road in the middle of winter. And I thought it was going to smash my windshield. And at the last second, whoop, up and over me. And I never seen it again. I didn't see that bird again at all. And for that next year, that actually started my spiritual journey. And I didn't know that's what was going to happen. And it blew me away. I mean, incredible. And about a year later, same road, same time of night, left work, driving down, same exact thing happened. And that's when I started to elevate into other things. So there's that. I love snow owls too, but my motto is my raven. So, but I am going to get a tattoo of snow owl too, along with all my ravens. Why? I don't know. I wish I could tell you why. Why do we tattoo our bodies? I have no clue. I did tell my tattoo artist when I'm 55, I'm done. No more after 55. That gives me 20 years of tattoos, and then I'm going to quit. Why? Because I didn't get my first tattoo until I was 35. So I think at 50, that's 20 years of experience. That's enough. But I think she can probably do a lot of damage in a year and a half. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's do our 5-card stud. I'm going to shuffle these for a minute. Why? Because I don't know if they came to me shuffled or not shuffled. I just know the deck was open. So I want to give a shuffle so that maybe we're not exactly in the order the cards came. I'm also just kind of asking, what's the intent for this week for everybody? As we know, guys, 5-card stud is pick a number 1 through 5. You can pick 1 number, 2 numbers, all the numbers. I don't really care. This is for you, your reading. Or you can wait until the very end and get all 5 cards as a whole reading, whichever you like. You can also do a nice little twist that we've kind of put on this, which is if you have 6 questions. If you have 6 questions, write down your question. This question's for this card. This question's for this card. You know what I mean? And that way you can get essentially 6 readings. I mean, come on. This is for you. Do it the way you need to do it for you. Okay? So what does our 5-card stud say today? Tattoos generally are spiritually, and you show yourself. Exactly. Number 1, of course, I would pick the cuckoo as first card. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Love it. I love it. Card number 1 is cuckoo. Realization. Oh my gosh. Listening to your heart and your intuition. I don't think I'm going to use the book this week, guys. I think they gave us enough here. I like this because honestly, if you pick number 1, it really is. I will say you're already in the process of listening to your heart. You're already in the process of figuring out your intuition. But now it's just telling you to listen to it. You already get it. You already get all those hits. But now you need to start listening to it. You have to start coming to the realizations of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, because that's what you need to do. And if you pick card number 1, that's what it is. Trust me, whatever you're doing, it's because you're doing it right. Why? Because you're at that point, you're understanding things. So if you're sitting on questions going, oh my God, what should I do? And you already know the answer because you kind of gotten the information already somewhere in that gut feeling of yours. Trust that it's the right answer. Stop doubting yourself. Start going on because I bet you things became very clear after you got that gut feeling. Card number 2 is the crow, not the raven, the crow. There are 2 different birds and 2 different spiritual meanings, but the crow is well-informed, whatever the source. Listen to the message you reach for from all directions. Listen to the message that you reach for, that there's no for. Listen to the message that reach you from all directions. Isn't that weird how I just flip the words around? So one more time, listen to the message that reach you from all directions. Where this card, the first card, the cuckoo is like, you're already there. This card is saying, come on, start paying attention. That's what card number 2. If you pick card number 2, it's start paying attention. You're not paying attention. You're not looking outside of you. You're in your head. Get out of your head. Start looking around, guys. There are signs and symbols everywhere around you. The universe is trying to give you information, and this card is telling you it's there. So if you've been struggling with something, pay attention to what's happening. Pay attention. It might be a song. It might be a TV ad. It might be something falls to the ground. Whatever it is, pay attention. Card number 3, the nightingale, the soul song. The queen of the night is kissing you awake. Follow the call of your heart. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory in itself. I like that. Follow the call of your heart. Who out there is struggling? If you pick card number 3, you're struggling, aren't you? You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. You're going, oh my God, I hate my job. Oh my God, I hate my life. Oh my God, I hate where I live. And you want to do something about it, but you're terrified. This card is saying, follow your heart. What is your heart's desire? Do you want the new car? Go get it. Money was made to be spent. There'll be more. If you want to move, move. What's the big deal? Jobs are everywhere. It could be the greatest thing that ever happened to you. So that's what card number 3 is. Card number 4, the falcon. Ooh, I love falcons too. The light bearer. Golden messages reach you. Be ready for personal accomplishment. Be ready for personal accomplishment. I like that card. That card is telling me you've made it. You've done the work. You're ready. This card is telling me that, guess what? If you pick card number 4, you have reached completion. You may not realize you did, but you have reached completion. So sit back and look at what has happened. Give yourself a pat on the back and know you've done a great job. And the last one is the ostrich. The big picture. Take unusual paths for peace and harmony. Take unusual paths for peace and harmony. You pick card number 5. You're a person that likes things done a certain way, aren't you? Got to do it the tried and true. Got to do what mom and dad taught me. Got to do whatever it might be. And this card is telling me to tell you, no. It's time for you to get off your normal path. It's time for you to get off the normal way of you doing things and try something new. Card number 1 was the cuckoo, the realization. Card number 2 was the crow, which is well-informed, whatever the source. Card number 3 was the nightingale, which is the soul song. 4 was the falcon, which is the light bearer. And 5, which is the ostrich, the big picture. Now, when I throw this together, oh my gosh, this is all about you this week, but it's all about going inside here. It's all about going outside here. I don't believe that this card is these cards this week are a whole lot about big things on the outside of us. I think these are big things on the inside of us. And I think that's what these cards are saying. It's like, this is time for you to start paying attention to your gut. It's starting to pay attention to your thoughts and your ideas. And it's trusting those, because so often we don't trust what we get. We don't get, oh my God, they're telling me to buy a lottery ticket. I'm not going to waste my time. So I'm not going to buy a lottery ticket. And you find out later on somebody won the lottery on you, but it could have been you because you got the message to do it, but you just didn't do it. And these cards are saying, come on. It is short. These cards are also telling me that you're going to be very successful within this. Don't worry. It's going to be a success. You're going to get down to it. You're going to understand. This is the week for things. You start to listen to that intuition and you take it and you run with it. And you're going to see that it's working out for you. And that's where that big accomplishment is. It's not like this big thing outside. You go, oh my God, I won the lottery. It's, oh my God, I listened. And then I won the lottery. You know, that type of a thing. So start to listen, guys, and start to trust yourself a little bit more than you did yesterday. Okay, guys, with that being said, we're going to wrap up today's show, and I'll just have to see you next Monday morning here with School Through Spirit. I'm DeEtte, your host, and this is the Edge Network. See you again next Monday morning at 9 a.m. Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.